Have you ever wondered how to take your teaching to the next level and really help your students develop proficiency in their target language? Today, we're going to talk about a fantastic approach called TPRS, or Teaching Proficiency Through Reading and Storytelling. This approach has been a game changer for many teachers, and I think it can be for you too. First, let's break down what TPRS is all about. TPRS stands for Teaching Proficiency Through Reading and Storytelling. Developed by Blaine Ray, this approach to teaching is rooted in the principles of comprehensible input. The idea is that students learn best when they are exposed to language they understand in meaningful, repeated, and engaging ways. At its core, TPRS involves 3 steps. Step 1, introduce target vocabulary or structures. Step 2, create a class story using those structures. And Step 3, read a text that reinforces the vocabulary in context. TPRS is not just a lesson plan format, it's a philosophy of teaching. It's an approach that puts students on the path to proficiency by helping them internalize the structures and patterns of the target language. So what makes TPRS so special? Why should you consider adopting this approach in your own classroom? Well, let's take a closer look at what TPRS brings to the table. TPRS builds proficiency by focusing on meaning and context, rather than isolated grammar rules or vocabulary lists. Students are exposed to high-frequency vocabulary and context. Repetition is built into the storytelling and reading activities. Students gain confidence in understanding before being pushed to speak. And it's all presented in a fun way that keeps students engaged and invested. When students are immersed in language they understand and care about, they develop true communication skills. They become more confident in their ability to use the language and more willing to take risks and communicate even if they make mistakes. Plus, TPRS isn't just about teaching, it's about learning. By incorporating storytelling and reading, TPRS taps into the natural curiosity of students, helping them see the value and relevance of the language they are learning. Now let's dive into the first part of TPRS, reading. Reading plays a crucial role in helping students absorb structures and vocabulary naturally. To use reading effectively in TPRS, choose texts that are engaging and appropriate for your students' level. You can use short, simple stories that you or the class create, adapted novels, or TPRS readers. Personalized stories based on class experiences can also be very effective. Before reading, pre-teach any key structures or vocabulary. During reading, read together and pause to ask questions. Encourage students to illustrate scenes, summarize aloud, or act out what they've read. This not only reinforces learning, but also helps students develop critical thinking skills. Reading gives students more input, and when it's fun and understandable, they're more likely to retain what they learn. Next, let's talk about storytelling, the heartbeat of TPRS. This is where your class creates wacky, personal, and engaging stories together using the target structures. To use storytelling effectively in TPRS, start by choosing 2 to 3 target structures. Then ask students silly questions to build a story together. Write or retell the story afterward as a class. And don't forget to revisit the story later as a reading or review. Let the class help shape the story. This increases buy-in and engagement. Use student names or class references for personalization. Repeat the target structures often. This ensures that students are internalizing the patterns of the language. Don't worry about being a performer. Focus on clarity and fun. Remember, the goal is to create a relaxed and enjoyable learning environment where students feel comfortable communicating in the target language. Finally, let's discuss some practical tips for getting started with TPRS. You don't have to overhaul your whole curriculum to see results. Try 1 short class story a week. Introduce 2 to 3 useful structures and build a silly story around them. Use visuals, gestures, and student illustrations to support understanding. Follow the story with a short reading or comprehension activity. Celebrate progress and don't stress over perfection. TPRS is more than just a teaching method. It's a journey toward proficiency. It's a chance for students to hear, read, and use the language in real, meaningful contexts. So if you're ready to embark on that journey, give TPRS a shot. Your students might just surprise you with what they can achieve.